Kevin Fox took that as some kind of encore for him and his cello. So, here it comes again. I swear to God, we absolutely love playing here at Hugh's Room Live, and we loved its previous incarnation, and we love it today. The staff, the folks here, everybody's wonderful. But in our dreams at night, we do dream of a backstage area. Now, I'm really happy to welcome back to the show a fella who first joined us a couple of years ago. He's a friend of many of us, and I've had the privilege of working with him a bit in the high Arctic as musicians and Zodiac drivers with Adventure Canada, and we've had some marvelous, like truly adventurous adventures up there. But I still kind of pinch myself the wonder of this scene, you know, is you can grow up listening to people on the radio, and as we all did with Gord, and then in time, if you stick around and you're earnest about it and you do your work, you might get a chance to see them, to meet them, maybe even one day to actually play on the same stage, and it's such a gift and a treasure. He's in town this week celebrating the 30th anniversary of a very big release for him and the Legendary Hearts, and we're just welcoming with such warm applause, I guess, is what we're really looking for here. Our friend Barney Bentall.
Thank you, David. While we get set, do you mind if I tell a story about David Newland? Yeah. As he said, we've traveled in the Arctic and several times have gone through the Northwest Passage together. And one time we were near the community of Joe Haven, which is close to where the Franklin ships were found. And we were doing a shore landing one day. We were both driving Zodiac, and David had let off his passengers. And it was quite a windy day, and the wind started blowing him across this small bay. And he got towards the far shore. We were all busy and occupied, so we weren't watching him. And I guess at a certain point he figured in order to save the engine he should hop out off the side of the Zodiac, and he did, and he slipped on the rocks. I shouldn't be laughing here, but slipped on the rocks and fully submerged into the frigid waters up in the Arctic. And with superhuman strength, almost instantaneously he was back in the Zodiac, partly due to the frigid waters, but I think more importantly, he didn't want any of us to see what had happened. The only problem is we wear these form-fitting life jackets that are designed to violently inflate once they get exposed to salt water. So he's standing in the Zodiac, all of a sudden we hear this through the wind, this hissing sound. And we look over, and it looks as if he's in the Amazon jungle and he's been attacked by a python. And soaking wet and struggling with his life jacket. So we teased him mercilessly for many days, and that's what you can do to a person of character. So I've got a slideshow from that trip, and don't worry, I'm not going to show it right now. But this is the song that I run when I play and look through those memories, and it's a song about whales, about whalers, decimation of the whales in the vast oceans. And we learned when we were up there that whales, they live longer than even biologists thought they did, and some of them are well over 200 years old because they found harpoons in them dating back to the late 1800s. So it's possible that, you know, there were some of those whales that you see today were swimming around the time of, or close to the time of the ill-fated Franklin expedition. So this is called the Ode to Big Blue. The oceans of the world were the home of Big Blue. He was the greatest monster that the world ever knew, and the place that he loved best was the waters to the west. Around the blue Pacific he did roam. The Big Blue moved alone, for a mighty blue was he. battles of the whales was an awesome sight to see, and he took them one by one and he drove them all away. At the meeting of the day he was the king, and Big Blue had 50 wives and he sired 40 sons. But most of them fell victim to the cruel harpoon guns. I bet he was much too wise to get caught by the gunner's eyes. So he lived at sea 100 years. Well, his mouth was as big as a tunnel, so they say. His hair was thick as leather, and his eyes quick and small, and his back was all scarred from the times he got away. And he knew the smell of whalers did Big Blue. Now Big Blue passed away to his natural decay. Outside the Arctic Circle as he traveled up that way, and there never was a man who was born with a gunner's hand. Whoever took a pan to Big Blue. Now the gray whale is run and the sperm is almost done. The finbacks and the Greenland rights have all passed and gone. They've been taken by the men for the money they could spend. And the killing never ends, it just goes on. The oceans of the world were the home of Big Blue. He was the greatest monster that the world ever knew, and the place that he loved best was the waters to the west.